And we are live, ladies and gentlemen, on a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. Got my voice back, got my water. I'm ready to go. Ah,
First time we've been live, like on the dot at 9 o'clock in like
hell
ages.
yeah. 9 o'clock for Nate, 12 o'clock for me. We are. I'm gonna take 1 second, Nate, and see if I can find this live in the group and at everyone.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Flip your switch. If you're coming on live, make sure you say hello in the comments. I've got to approve some folks real quick. Last second, you know, folks want to come in the last minute. No worries. Hopefully, everyone is doing very well. Push to Google Sheet, commence automation. Bam. All right, group convert. Find the live in the group. Y'all bear with us. Like two chickens with our heads cut off.
Bearded
Let's
bros.
see.
I apparently you can start referring to me as a bearded bro because I am actually growing it out. It's more. I don't know. Wouldn't know if you'd call it a beard instead of like actually just like called lazy. I just haven't gotten around to shaving it, but um, I'll tag everybody in your group, Flip.
I got it right now.
Okay. So super excited to hang out with you guys today. We're going to be running a free training, talking about everything group growth, monetization. The reality of it is we've been very focused on groups, group monetization, communities, building communities, growing communities for probably the last 3 years. So we figured it would be a good time to like kind of talk about what goes into growing a profitable community. We've done over 7 figures ourselves from groups. We have a roster of students and clients who've also used groups to probably double the results that we've accomplished in the last couple of years. So I figured a long overdue training, talking about everything that actually goes into growing and monetizing a profitable community of your own. So that's kind of what's up on the chopping block for today.
What is up, guys? Just got the at everyone tag. Like Nate said, we want this to be a quick training for those of you in group juice. You should already have this set up because you've got access to it, but we're basically wanting to make sure that everyone is aware of a few things. One, community growth, content, monetization. How we've been doing it the last 3 years is now gotten put on a pedestal by big folks like Alex Hormozy, Anik, Taylor Welch, even Jacob's been doing it this way too. So what we've been doing for the last 3 years is getting put on a bigger pedestal by bigger names that have more clout than us, more success than us. But it just further proves that what we've been teaching our students, our clients, and what we've been doing is the reason why we have been doing as well as we have been doing. So what we're covering today is how to make sure your community, no matter where it is, hosted at, whether it's a Facebook group, school community, WhatsApp, Slack channel, whatever it is, Discord, it doesn't matter. We want to make sure that your community is set up and structured the same way that these other highly successful folks are, so that you can really win in 2024 and set yourself up for the success that you want. Like, no bullshit, no strings attached. We've already told y'all full blown free training. We're going to try and run through it quickly so that you can grab the information, implement it easily, and then we're going to share a brand new offer that folks have already been buying the last 2 days since we mentioned it to a very, very small selective few folks. And we're going to let y'all see what our new offer is, and let some folks grab it if they choose to. So full transparency. So if you are ready for this, you want to see the offer, you're ready for the training, drop me a hell yeah in the comments, hashtag hell yeah, and we'll get ready to get this party started.
Yep. finger punch a little heart button, you know. Yeah, I'll pull up the doc. I will come back through and pin this above the training in the groups and stuff like that. If you guys are catching this on the replay, um, I will give you guys this document. You guys can have this document. You can go utilize it to set up and structure your groups correctly, and you know, go from there. But I don't
Yep.
think I did pin the doc in the actual training yet. So we will. I'll come back through post live and give it to you guys. So let's
Yeah.
talk about groups, group growth, community group growth specifically. Now, there's two different tones in the market, right? You have big creators, you know, you have like Alex Ramosi, who's like adopting community growth, community monetization. And then you have other people who are like groups are dead, you know, that, you know, you shouldn't be putting time into growing communities or building Facebook groups, which is probably a very prevalent thing that you're going to be hearing, especially now that school is picking up in popularity. There's going to be that divide in the market. Now, I don't necessarily think it matters where you're building a group, right? It could literally be a Facebook group, could be a school group, could be a Go High level group, could be a Reddit community. Like, I don't really care. When we look at groups and community, it is literally just a means where people can ingest more content from you on a deeper level, right? They get to see more about you, they get to learn more about you, they get to get more trainings, tactics, information, instead of utilizing it as a means for, you know, acquiring a bunch of attention. It's your indoctrination station, right? It's where you're building those relationships with people at scale, right? And you can do this in so many different ways. It could be, you know, YouTube channel could be looked at as like a community, because people can come and they can watch you and they can get to know you on their own time versus you trying to have to constantly acquire new people, right? It's more of building and nurturing people over prolonged periods of time. So we look at groups as, you know, just a space where people can get to know you and make decisions as far as they like you or they don't like you, or potentially if they want to buy your offers in unison, right? So I just kind of want
Yeah.
to talk about that as a little bit as far as like what a community is, right? It could literally be wherever you are putting energy into giving more to your audience and you're diving deeper into things that you personally do in your life or business. And it's your house, right? It's your world. It's where people can come in and really get to know you on a deeper level, because realistically, that's what makes selling offers or products online a lot easier.
And let me squeeze in two questions. How many of you have seen a creator, someone you follow, someone you listen to, say something like, you know, groups are dead or organic marketing is dead? How many of y'all have seen stuff like that? Just out of curiosity. Because while I was in the hospital, I seen a whole lot of stuff that I wanted to comment on, but I didn't. But if you've seen stuff like that, put me a 1 in the comment section. My second question is, how many of you have bought something because you just consumed enough content from the person you bought from to where it was like validated and you knew you were making a good decision? Put a 2 in the chat if you've just consumed so much content before making a purchase that the purchase became easy. Because I've got something I'm going to do with both of these questions really quick before we move forward. All right, so I see 1s and I see 2s. So for number 1, the question, right? Folks are always going to say this is dead so that what they're doing looks better. But me and Nate want to be very transparent with you for a second. We're not saying that what we do is the only way, but what we're saying is what other folks are saying is dead is a lie. Like every single aspect of business works if you do. You just need to find the thing that you can get behind, a process that you enjoy, understand, and can make work for you. What we've been teaching and what we've been doing for years now has worked for literally fucking hundreds of people. So we're not out here just spewing something so you buy something from us. We're out here spewing this shit because we're 2 ex blue collar dads that have went through the ringer with courses, mentors, coaches, programs, you name it, we fucking did it. and we found something that fucking works the way that we wanted to without burning ourselves out. All right. So that's for question number one. You're always going to see anarchy in the marketplace of people trying to say shit on this and shine a light on this. It's just marketing. All right. So groups aren't dead. Content isn't dead. Paid ads isn't the only way. Organic marketing still works really fucking well if you know how to do it. All right. So that's what we're teaching. Number one. The second question with my long winded ass. I see we got a bunch of twos. The reason that we teach and do the things that we teach and do is because if you go hard enough on the content and you put enough into your marketing publicly, the sales process behind the scenes becomes very, very easy. This is why y'all said number two, because y'all consumed enough content from the person you were paying attention to where when they made an offer, it was easy for you to make that decision because of the lifting that the content did. This is where you guys fucking win. You want more people to buy from you? Give them more value, more helpful information on the front without expecting anything in return. And you literally have no fucking choice but to win, make more money, have a stronger brand, increase your lead flow, grow your audience, and start making the money that you really want to make. All right. Now, if what I just said just kind of struck a nerve, maybe, lit a fire under your ass, let me get a amen in the comments, because what I just told y'all is nothing but facts. Okay. So, like, no shit. That's the game. All right.
And one of the hidden benefits to having a group or building a group is I'll challenge most of you guys to look at people that have a lot of success online, right? And I don't care if people are selling like fitness programs or make money online courses or anything like that. The key ingredient to all of them are groups, right? And this is something that I really started to realize early in my business where and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that we don't do this, because obviously we do. We have buyers groups, we have buyers communities, we run affiliate programs where people send people to our groups. But I think the biggest thing that will build long-term security for everybody in here, everybody watching this training, the replay, is some form of community of your own, right? Whether it's a free group or a paid group, because that allows you to build the relationship on a deeper level than just the product. Right. And that's something that I really started to look at when I was promoting a lot of affiliate products early in my business. It was very transactional, right? I was running this business. I was trying to acquire all these clients where then I could send people to somebody else's group. Right. Well then that group owner acquires all those people. They acquire all those, future leads, future sales. That's why you see a lot of people who are like run affiliate programs like this. This is why you'll see them go and dominate huge competitions, because they have the groups, they have the prolonged attention, they have the prolonged, relationship that's being built with the customer. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but us and like especially people who are earlier on, we need to prioritize your own community building in unison, right? That was the one thing that really changed everything about my business. Instead of me selling a product to people upfront, being like everybody on TikTok, hey, go hit the link in my bio and buy this program from me. It was, hey, go join my group, get these free trainings. And then what naturally happened is people started buying the exact same offer that I wanted to sell anyways. But it was changing the delivery. And some of those people that bought products from me years ago are still in our worlds to this day. Right? They've bought other products from us. They've bought other things from us. They've worked with us intimately, right? Because of that connection that was built in the community. So
yeah. So who wants to build their own movement and culture? You might be a person that's thinking like, I'm just getting started, or I've only been in the game for a couple months, but you see other people and they're like building their own movement and culture. Who wants to build their own movement and culture? Jamie says me. I see me. Kendall, me. Look, we all got that power to do that shit. The only thing that most of us are missing before we do it is the confidence to stand up and be that person. It don't take that long to build a fucking 6-figure, 7-figure business when you think about it. What takes a long time is to become that person that's going to do it. Whoo, talk to them. Come on, talk to them. So if you want to build a movement and a culture around your name, we're the guys that help you do that. Because that's exactly what the fuck we have done. And it's exactly what the fuck we have helped a lot of other people do. All right. We're in the game of doing just that. Okay. And we've sold fuck tons of different kinds of products: physical, digital, coaching, consulting, you name it, we've fucking sold it the exact same way each and every time. All right. It's not just something that we're saying, we've actually fucking did it. I'm dropping F bombs today because I've actually got energy to fucking push my voice. So I'm here.
The
I'm back,
voice is
bitches.
back. It really
It's back.
is.
All right.
And that's the reality of it, is like, the movements and the cultures are what last a long time, right? Fads and, all these other things. And this is a very prevalent one in the online space, is like you and the culture that you build lasts, right? A lot longer than quick, little things. A lot of you guys that have been in the online space for a while, you probably have already seen this lots of times. There's new products, new opportunities, new offers every other day, just popping up all the time. Um, so you, right, is what will last. I've ran the same group for years. I started my group in 2018, and I've changed my business dozens of different times since then. But I've ran the exact same group, right? So it's flip.
Boom.
It's not like we're telling you these strategies that we don't actually use in business. Like, we do these daily.
No.
Um,
Look,
but
here's a fun fact, and we're gonna get right into the meat of it. Fun fact: when I first started my Facebook group, I didn't know how to do affiliate marketing, but I was talking about it because I was learning about it, and then I was also selling on Amazon. Like, I was a third party seller on Amazon, basically using the drop shipping model. If any of you went back in my group, it would take you a while, but you would see my shitty first few lives. No shit on my walls, no awards, just a fucking blank 4 white walls where I was in there doing lives. That's how I started. Okay? So everybody starts from zero, but it's those that keep going are the ones that fucking prosper. They're the ones that see the success that they want. They're the ones that don't quit because they know what's on the other side of the work that they are ignoring. All right, I'm just hitting y'all with some hard truth bombs today. You can get mad at me if you want to. I don't give two shits. But just trying to tell y'all the facts behind all of this shit. If you really want to win and build a business selling anything that you want online, all right, I promise you that. And I hope like hell y'all can hear the conviction in my voice, because I'm coming back. I could have died in the hospital. I could have died before I got there, but I'm here, so I ain't gonna shut the fuck up. I'm just gonna roll into my marketing. I'm gonna roll into my content, and y'all gonna probably get sick of me. My goal is to make everybody sick of me. Either you're gonna listen or block my ass. One of the two.
either
Okay?
way, it's a win.
Either way.
So we'll dive in. What goes into building a community that will be successful in terms of brand growth and monetization? Now, you can emulate these exact same strategies into any type of group that you want. I'll break down some examples further down in the document, but I think a big part that people get hung up on is like, hey, I'm not selling courses, or I'm not selling digital products. Like, this isn't relevant to me. When I would probably even argue that it would be even better if you weren't in the online space, right? Having some type of physical products where you build this culture and community and movement around those products, like an e-commerce store, or like, a brick and mortar business. It's literally creates infinite testimonials, or infinite, if people are posting pictures of recipes, or they're trying things out of your cookbook, right? It just builds even more proof of concept around the things that you want to sell. So the setup of the community itself, right? That's obviously step one. And I think people definitely overcomplicate this process. Like, you should be able to set up a group specifically on Facebook, probably within, a half hour, 45 minutes. Like, if it's your
Yep.
first time. Um, Creating the group itself, having a name would usually do your name plus topic. And the reason I say your name plus topic is because technically Facebook could be perceived as like a search engine. When people start they go search on Facebook, they'll be able to come across your group, right? In the earlier stages, you might be able to pick up some extra traffic, extra people coming into your group. If it's like losing weight with, Aaron, or, making money with Flip, right? Like, there's so many different ways that you guys could literally name your group, and it doesn't have to be set in stone. You can actually change it anytime you want. I think there's like a 28-day wait period, but um, creating the group and having a name. Um, 1B is your membership questions. This gives you the ability to get hand raisers, easy segues to start conversations with people. Will give you the ability to build your email list in unison with growing a group. Right? You hear a lot of people talking about like the money's in the list, the money's in building your email list, and that's correct, right? You need to build some form of email list to, you know, build another touch point, have another touch point with the people in your audience, but you can do it at the exact same time as growing your group. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It doesn't have to be I can't grow my group because I want to build my list, or I want to build my group and I can't build my list, right? You can literally do both of them at the exact same time, right? The way our business actually is structured and how it flows is somebody requests to join our group, and then our email list actually just refeeds everything that we have in the community. Um, these give you a really easy segue to start conversations, though, especially if you do like multiple choice, right? Question one is asking somebody uh, something relevant to like where they're currently at, you know, related to what you do as a brand owner, what you do at like what you potentially sell, right? If you're getting these out of the way, right, you're gonna see people coming in, right? Which then can really be used to like refuel content. If you see people coming in and they're like, you have a bunch of people joining your group and they don't know what you do, or they don't know about, you know, the types of offers or the products that you sell, or even like they're not even aware around those types of things, then you can start creating content around those different arenas, right? So, like utilizing real things that are happening in your business to fuel the actual content. Um, this is kind of like a little bit of a market research question, right? This is and you can obviously change these up, right? I wouldn't recommend everybody using the exact same questions. These are just examples of ones that we've used. Um, so this is kind of like a statement, right? So like if somebody answers yes to this, then I kind of know they're like really looking to build a simple business that consistently spits out $10,000 a month. If they answer no, then you know, either they're probably just trying to join my group to fish or harvest their own leads, because that's still a prevalent strategy even to this day. Go into groups, add friends, and do cold DMs, which we haven't done for years. Um, and then obviously, question three is the email, right? So I would definitely have some type of email questions inside of your group in your memberships area. One, do some type of like market research. Two would be some type of way to open the door to start a conversation, right? Hey, I have a free resource that's going to help you, you know, build out your meal plan for the next 30 days so that way you can lose 10 pounds by summer. Is that something you would like to have me send to your inbox right now? Right? You're getting permission to start a conversation with somebody instead of like as soon as they come into the group, you're just blasting them with some opportunity, right? You're which then you could I would still reach out to the people that are joining the group, but it would kind of change the direction of that conversation you're starting with somebody, right? So if the person answers yes, they want that resource, then I'm going to go send them that resource. If they say no, then I'm probably just going to send them a message and say, hey, glad to have you in the group. Be sure to hit the content or the guide section so that way you can get the most out of being a part of the community, right? And then obviously the email. Um, Group description. So 1C is you can potentially try to stuff keywords in here, searchable topics, so you can start showing up when folks are looking for groups. But I would usually recommend seeding your group externally, right? This is probably one of the biggest misconceptions about growing a group is most group platforms do not grow by themselves, right? If you go create a Facebook group or you go create a school community, it's not just going to start growing. People aren't just going to start requesting to join. And if they do, it's not going to be enough to actually like have an impact in your business. You need to seed that group growth with some type of content somewhere else, right? We prefer short form video content, which then seeds groups, right? We utilize short form videos to create content in the group. We use short form video content to create attention and awareness around our brand. And then we send everybody to the group. That's step one that everybody takes with us, right? Come into our community, come get a free training in our community, come hang out with us on a live video where we're going to talk about growing groups, right? Like We're utilizing this live to go grow our group. But you usually see you're going to have to utilize something else to actually grow the group, right? That's more often than not, that's what has to happen if you want to have a group that can be sufficient to hitting your goals online. Right? If you want your group to be a main space that you can utilize to sell products, sell offers, whether it's physical products, digital products, you have to start growing that group with external content, right?
Yeah.
They
Sorry
don't
for the
just
little
grow.
mishap. Can y'all still hear me okay? I had to move outside. I had a hot flash and the girls were getting kind of crazy. So I had to move outside. I just want to make sure y'all could hear me. And
Yep.
I'll get the next one, Nate. But I want to pull up James's comment real quick. James hasn't been in group juice that long. And shout him out real quick because he's already grown his group by 100 new members just by following what we've been talking about. All right. So that's a huge win. Growing a group does not have to be difficult. It literally just comes down to how you set things up and what you choose to focus on. Okay. So kick-ass job, James.
Yeah, I've been seeing you doing like the tags and everything, just
Yep.
blowing up.
Yep.
This is an example of like a group description. A good way to look at your group description is kind of like literally just talking about what the group's for, what your plans are, what you're going to be putting in there, what's the community about, right? The thing that this is going to populate when somebody requests to join your group. This is what's going to show up, right? If they're not in the community and they go land on your community somewhere else, this is what's going to show up. Now, what will happen, as I mentioned, like naturally stuffing keywords in there. If we're talking about growing groups, communities, seven-figure business, if we're talking about content to explode communities, etc., right? If somebody goes and searches that on Facebook, this has a chance of showing up because it's in the actual text. But I would probably just use it more often than not as a who you are and what the actual group is created for. Right? Like, why do you have this group? Why should people join? Right? You got to remember people are inadvertently selfish, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but there has to be something in it for them to join the group. Right? They're not just going to join the group because it's like, hey, this is my kick-ass group. It's like, who are you? Like, what is in the group that I am going to get to benefit my life or my business? Because that's the only fucking reason that I'm going to join.
Yeah.
Right. We got to make that clear as many times as we can, realistically. But so example, right, for this, right, we're talking about 3 things that they're going to get, right? It's an example of that, right? Like something they will accomplish or achieve or learn from being a part of my community.
And that's what you got to be clear on, guys. You want to be clear on why folks should join your group, what they're going to get when they join your group, and what they are going to be able to accomplish once they are in your group and consuming the awesome shit that you have put in there. Right? So number 2, your welcome post. All right. This is like just basically creating a static welcome that you can always pull on when you have an influx of new members. What we typically would do this once a week, but you can do this whenever you want. Your Facebook, if you're doing this in Facebook, your Facebook group, it kind of resets every 7 days. All right. So if you wanted to, welcome your new members and tag them on this post, and you could do that every 7 days, and you'd catch all the people that have come into your group within that 7 days. All right. So this gives them a quick gung ho, what the hell they're getting, what they're in for, what you expect of them, what to expect from you. You can literally put anything that you want inside of this. You can tag links, things from your guide sections, trainings, assets, prompt them to hit you up to get other lead magnets and free things such as that. This is where the game starts when they come into your group. All right. Not everyone's going to respond. Not everyone's going to see it. Not everyone's going to like it. But the fact that it is there is what. All right. So put whatever you want. There's a perfect example here. There's one in my group as well, very similar to Nate's here. But when you're doing this, these are the steps that you want them to take as far as expectations for your community. Okay. So drop a post in the group. Just let everyone know where you're from. That's a CTA where you can get engagement. You can prompt for different styles of engagement, get to know the people that are joining your group. Like we are on social media, wherever you're building a community at. So be fucking social. Talk to people. Be nice to them. See if you can help them. See if you have something free that'll help them where they're at. Right? Don't be afraid to make an offer if it seems like hey, I've been watching your content. I already know what you're about. Like, just be a human. Okay.
Yeah, a couple quick action steps in them. Put static trainings, put things in there. You know, we've even played around with putting offers in there. Now, the intention behind putting offers in the welcome posts wouldn't necessarily be to get people to buy. It's just getting your audience acclimated to you talking about paid opportunities, right? Number
Yeah.
three.
You want your
Go
audience
ahead,
to
bro.
be used to you making offers. That's what Nate was saying. Even if they don't buy, you want your audience to know, hey, I sell shit. Right? Like me and Nate, we don't shy away from the fact that we sell things. We sold things to people and they've went on and built 6-figure businesses. Like, you think those people are mad at us for selling them something? Fuck no, they are not. Okay? So get them used to you selling to them. All right? Guide section.
Definitely not a dirty word or a dirty thing. It doesn't have to be a slimy process. Like, you
No.
know,
How many people watching have bad juju around sales? Like, you think sales are bad? Because if you think sales are bad, we got to change that. If you think sales are good, put sales are good. Right? I had someone sell me a $1,500 product a few years ago, and now we've crossed 7 figures based on just that alone. You think I'm mad about them selling me something for $1,500? Fuck no. I'm so glad
yeah.
they did. I wish they'd have sold it to me sooner. Okay. All right. So your guide section, this is your sweet spot, guys. This is where you get to put all the good shit that you are learning, all of your takeaways, your lessons, your pitfalls, your breakthroughs, your aha moments, shit that you know in your big brain that will help other people that don't have that shit in their big brain. All right. This is where you get to put valuable information. This is what fuels your external content. This is what fuels your TikToks, your Instagram reels, your Facebook reels, your profile posts, your emails, your YouTube videos. If you put really good shit, valuable information in your guide section, you should never run out of content ideas. I'll say it again. If you put your best shit that you know and you have learned from your investments in your guide section, you will never run out of content ideas. Put a holla if you hear me in the comments. Like, do you hear me? Did you pick up what I just put down? This is important, guys. If you struggle with content, put some good shit in your guide section and then thank me later this year when you're popping 5, 10, 15, $20,000 a month. Okay? Holler. There it is. All right, I see y'all hearing me. Good deal.
There's definitely that weird paradox of the more stuff that you end up putting inside of a group or inside of your community, the easier it is to actually start growing it because then you can just go external, right? And for those of you guys that are in our groups, I'll challenge you guys to like watch us over the next couple of weeks, and we will reference this exact video that we're creating with you guys right now. This live video, we will go talk about it as much as we fucking can.
Yeah.
I created all of my content yesterday for the week in my group, and best believe every single post is about this video,
Yeah.
about
How
this
many
live training that we're running.
how many of you are seeing some places where you can make some tweaks in your community? Or how many of y'all are realizing you need to start a community? Like, chime in the comments, like fire off, get loud, make some noise. Is this being helpful so far? Have you figured out some areas you're like, shit, I might need to change that? This might seem like simple stuff, but it's important stuff that can't be overlooked, because if you miss these pieces, your shit's not gonna work the way you want it to or as quickly as you want it to. Okay? Like, just pull the fucking trigger and start. Get your ass in gear and go. Like, if I can be up here with a 12-inch incision that's still healing, feeling like garbage out here trying to help you guys, like, there's literally no reason anybody else in semi good health isn't out here building something that they want. Okay. All right.
So this is a good real time example of like guide sections. And this is another, like, before I dive in, I also want to say, if you want to launch or sell digital products online yourself, the easiest and the quickest way to do that is literally a group. We've
Yeah.
launched products inside of Facebook groups that have done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars simply because we sold spots, got people into a group, and ran some live videos. Right. And I'm mentioning this because I know it's the hottest trend in the market is like launching digital products, ebooks, PDFs, 100% profits, all these different things with all these very complex moving parts. And you could literally do it in a group, like a Facebook group. You could literally pay for people to get access to a full course in your guide section of your group. For my people that are not tech wizards and all that, like, this is probably the easiest and the quickest way for people to start doing it.
Yep.
If what you're giving is good, there is absolutely no reason that people won't pay to be in a group.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this. Nate can attest to it. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I wasn't able to do anything, and I still made over $2,000. People still joined my group. People still messaged me. People still hit me up asking me for offers. I made $2,000 while I was recovering in the hospital. It's because of what we're talking about today, and it's even more because of what we're going to be offering today. All right. Like, if I'd have had this, years and years ago, I probably would have burned my steel toes a lot sooner. Okay. So I'm just telling you guys this because we truly believe in it. We've helped enough people to know, like, our conviction is just different. All right. If you stick with this shit and listen to us and let us help you and guide you, and like, just listen to us, take our advice, please. I can't tell you how hard-headed I was in the beginning, not wanting to listen to someone further along than me because they were further along than me. The reason they were further along than me was because they allowed someone to mentor them and help guide them and do the things that they didn't know they needed to do. All right. It's so simple. It's so easy. But damn, our brains will just fight us sometimes. All right.
For the guide section, the biggest thing is like looking at putting like 5 to 6 different static resources in there that would ultimately get somebody up to the point of actually needing your product and service. Now, this is a big thing that took me a really long time to understand is there's different levels of awareness, right? And you have to actually act accordingly dependent on the actual person's awareness. So like if somebody comes into my group and they don't know who I am, it would be silly for me to go try to convert them on a $5,000 coaching offer, right? And the reason we're putting things in the group and putting things in the guide section or creating these static resources and trainings is to take people from where they are right now and get them ready for the actual thing that I'm selling, right? So this is a real-time example of, like, if I'm a fitness coach and I wanted to make an example of something outside of the online space, right? And maybe I had a coaching program around, losing weight with keto, right? So in my guides section of my group, I am going to put a training, a video, like, what is keto? I need to take the people that come into my group, and there's going to be a subsection of that audience that has no idea what keto is, right? So I need to get that in place, right? Okay, well, the next question that somebody's going to ask is like, what can I eat and what can I eat on this diet, right? So I'm going to create a resource on that, right? What are some examples of foods, tips, and tricks to stay in ketosis, right? Like, what, that's a big thing. Maybe some desserts. I know that's a big thing with keto. You can't eat sugar. So like, what are some different diets or different recipes that I can supply to people, right? Before and afters, like real-time stories and examples of you losing weight with this actual diet. Who I've helped, like, do you have any examples of people that you've helped do this, right? And then an offer. If you notice, the product is not until the last step. And the reason for that is I'm just drawing all over this like I'm, 5. The reason I'm doing this is because we need to actually get people to the point of needing what we're selling. Right? People don't buy if they don't even understand what you're selling. If they don't understand what you're doing, they don't understand why it's beneficial for them or what it's going to do for them, right? Those are all things that we need to cover in our groups. In our
Yeah.
guide section, if you end up having live trainings or videos or resources that help somebody get to the stage of needing the product you're selling, then you're golden, right?
Yeah.
Or you can look at covering things that you don't like talking about, right? In business or life, because naturally, like, over time, we've started optimizing to sell products to people that were further along in business. So, with that, we need to start creating things that are like trainings and assets that will work for us that answer a lot of the questions that like people who are just looking to get started have, right? Because if we don't, then we're missing out on a huge piece of our audience, right?
End up backtracking too. So
Yep.
like the awesome diagram that Nate just drew for you guys. I don't know why he erased it because it was such great artwork. But that whole keto example, like you can use that for whatever it is you sell. I don't give a fuck if you sell dildos, dump trucks, or digital courses, or fucking keto program. Don't give two shits. You have to get your customers and your audience up to speed with what you are going to do for them. And this is how you do it. The better job you do at this, the more sales you are going to experience. This is how Nate and I have done over 3,000 transactions in a very short amount of time, all without calls. It is because of the content. All right. So, number 4, the content, the most important part. We will challenge anyone and everyone in the whole entire internet web to start treating content in their group as a journal. It doesn't have to always be product focused. Look at the post I made a couple days ago about me being in the hospital. I still had some business stuff in there, but I want folks to know like what I'm going through and what I'm dealing with. Still, like I'm basically trying to make a comeback from being dead to the world for a little while. All right. Make your content about you. I want people to follow me because of the person I am. Right? Not all just because of what I sell. Look at the type of person that I am. Look at Nate. Look at Chantel. Look at Jeanette. Look at Jill. Look at Matt. Look at all the folks that we work with. They're really good people. We fucking love working with them. We love them to death. We would hang out with them any given point in time because they're good people and they run good businesses because of it. So make you content. Like, who are you? What do you stand for? What do you believe in? What do you think's fucking bullshit? What do you think is great? All right. Mix your content strategy between live videos, pre-recorded videos, written posts, emails, pictures, color block posts, memes. Who gives a shit? Just fucking post content and be the person that you really are. All right. No magic bullet for what type of content you need to create or what works the best. The only way you find what works the best is trying a bunch of different kinds of styles of content. Now, we've been saying that ever since we launched Group Juice and long before it, too. That's the only way you find winning sets. Think about paid ads for a second. How do people find the paid ads that work? They run fucking dozens of ad sets until they find a winning one. Same thing with content, except you don't have to pay for it. Guess what? You just fucking hit record and you take them little thumbs of yours and you get them bitches busy tapping away. All right? That's it. And once you
Yeah, but see,
find something
that's not what they tell you with paid ads, though. It's like
no, they
turn,
don't.
turn an ad on and you'll make money, which is not the
Yeah,
fucking case.
it's not. So like, I'm not sorry that me and Nate are just out here telling y'all God's honest truth about how shit works. Try different styles. Find something that works for you, something you enjoy, and then double down on that bitch. All right? So no magic bullet. It's constantly changing. So you have to be able to constantly adapt. That's what we've been doing for years at this point. All right? Some people don't like us and we don't give a fuck. We're still going to be showing up, doing what we do, helping as many people as possible, selling products and services to people that want to work with us. All right. Your content as a whole is meant to do a handful of things. All right. 1, capture attention. If it's not capturing attention, you need to change something. All right. Accelerate all of the relationships within the people that are watching you and shrink the sales process down to a very small thing. Like, it's to reduce the resistance that comes with the objections of selling something. All right. Giving more than it takes. You need to give in order to get. Right. You need to give away good stuff in order to sell. All right. The more you give, the more you get. That's just the way the world works. Expecting folks to buy without providing value is like trying to take money out the bank and you don't even have a fucking account there. Like, hey, I want to pull out $1 million of my account. Sir, Mr. Moss, you do not have a bank account here. You cannot do that. Oh, why the fuck not? It's bullshit. All right. It's not going to happen. Shed light on a deeper level as like to who you are. Like I was saying a minute ago. What do you do? How do you help? What's the process look like? What's the plan? What are people going to be doing? What happens after they buy? Right? What's the expectations? Okay. You check comments. I'm on full screen.
And this is a big one in the online space, right? Like people are always like, "Oh, I want to get to 1,000 followers so I can sell products or I can have a link in my bio." And it's like, without giving more than you're trying to take, it makes it really hard to consistently sell products online. And I'm not saying, you can't make sales every sporadically or you can't like rope in somebody to buy your offer, but there has to be that delicate balance of you giving something to your audience without expectation if you actually want them to regularly start buying products, right?
Yeah.
That's like, you are the product. You need to sell people on you, your beliefs, and who you are as a person before you ever even expect them to pull out their credit card, buy anything from you. It's like when people talk about you can't create content that's not about your niche, like it's a load of fucking shit. Pardon my French, but like if you're not building a connection beyond just what you're selling, right? It's going to be hard pressed to have long-term security.
Yeah.
Right? Because what happens when that product isn't the hottest thing in the market? What happens when that product isn't trending? Right? You didn't build any connection beyond the product. You just built this product-centric relationship online versus, having an actual relationship based on you as a brand owner. Like, go you focused in the content, and then everything else will be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally agree.
This is something that like you can kind of think about. This is something that we know a lot of like really big creators get pretty religious on, is like a 1-to-4 ask ratio inside of the content inside of your group. And what I mean by that is like for every 4 pieces of content you're creating, one of them is about an offer or one of them is about a product. The rest are about you, strategy. Could be silly things, right? Like on Friday, I had everybody post their dad jokes in the comments. I'm not trying to sell somebody a product from that, but I'm just trying to interact with my community, build a connection, talk to them, get to know their sense of humor, right? But some of those people will over time start buying products. They'll start seeing more of my content. They'll see more of my offers, right? Like it's all like a compound effect, right? There's not any like one size fits all. And like the lowest pressure way for you guys to start creating content, especially if you're like earlier in business, is literally just start fucking talking about yourself. Start talking about who you are, what you do. Do you have kids? Are you married? Like, do you want to build an online business? Why do you want to build an online business? Like all of the shit that we think isn't relevant is definitely relevant. Right? You don't have to be
1,000%.
some expert. You don't have to be this seasoned business owner to like start helping people. Like if you started creating content in a group and you start talking about where you are right now and you zoom out 12 months and you've radically transformed everything about your life, you showing up in your content and people following you on that journey becomes a very compelling angle for people to want to work with you because they just watched you do everything you're talking about.
Boom. Rewind that back on the replay and listen to that like 6 times in a row.
So examples, 2 different examples of like content styles, right? And obviously there's more than that. You can look at my community. I post content in there almost every day. Right? This is like a fun interaction post, right? Silly GIF, some written copy, right? Lead gen post. Who would like me to help them personally map out their unique plan to adding extra 100K in their business in 2024? Right? 2 different styles of content, 2 different intentions, objectives, trying to do 2 different things with my audience. It's not like every single piece of content has to be, hey, I have this thing. Are you going to buy it? It's more of like, let's interact. It's a group, right? Um, all in all, get your community in place, and make it a point to document anything and everything that you're doing in your business. I kind of just touched on this, right? But there's the real power in monetizing a community is the longer that you've been actively showing up inside of it, right? It's an extremely inspiring journey for people to be a part of, right? Using the keto example, right? Person X starts doing keto, builds a group. Now, if they documented their entire journey of losing weight on keto, um, the folks that come into their community and watch them transform their entire life, and they'll naturally want to do the same. You're building proof of concept in what you're selling by doing the thing that you're talking about, or what you're actually how you're living your lifestyle. Right? If I'm like, hey, I'm building this group and I'm going to document everything from me going to zero to $100,000 online, and then I do $100,000 online, people are going to want to buy my products because I literally just showed them how I did it. They're going to want to work with me. They're going to want to get closer proximity to me because I just showed them. I've been talking about it, right, over time, and they're watching me do this. It's very inspiring and low pressure way to actually start, you know, creating content in a group.
Nate
And
dropping bombs.
the hidden benefit to that is you can then go external. You put a post out, you put a post in your group talking about, hey, this is the tactic I use to turn a live video into $1,000 sale. This is how I onboarded a coaching client and I helped her lose 15 pounds by being on keto. I wrote a post in my group talking about the meal plan I gave her. And then you go create TikToks, you go create Facebook Reels, Instagram posts, and then you refeed people back into your group. You're literally creating this flywheel effect of content creation. Right? You take the stuff you put in your group and you utilize it as lead magnets to cast a wider net of, hey, I did this really fucking cool thing in my group. Now go read it over here. Go watch it over here.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. And I think the cool thing about all of this is how simple we have kept things, because that's exactly what we've done in order to sell over $1 million in products with our own groups over the last couple of years. Right? So posting content and shedding light on what we're doing. And then we're chatting to the folks that are paying attention to us and following our content and making relevant offers to them based on where they are. That's simple. All right. It is literally the very thing we've helped students build over the last few years as well when we got into coaching. Me and Nate didn't do coaching until we both made over 6 figures with affiliate marketing. All right. And then we helped folks with affiliate marketing. Then we started coaching. And we started helping folks with coaching. Now we help folks with a lot of different things, based on our core accelerator program. So from students with communities of less than 1,000 people to doing multi 6 figures online. Like, you don't need a huge following or a huge group in order to do really, really well as far as income goes, right? So we've also had brand new folks struggling to get any kind of momentum worth a fuck to, hitting 10 grand in less than 100 days. Like, I don't know if that would change things for you, but that's what we've helped folks do. Now, all of the results that we've helped folks get are not typical. The folks that have gotten them are not typical because they were hungry, motivated, and willing to follow what we teach. So the process can be extremely simple, or it can be extremely intricate and complicated, whatever you want it to be. How we've designed it is to be very simple. The whole flow of our 7-figure business, content outside the group creates intrigue and curiosity about what's happening in the group. Content inside the group acts as a journal. We go into detail. We share good shit, bad shit, ugly shit, all the shit. We share it all. It moves folks along the spectrum of becoming a buyer. You spark combos with folks in the group based on connections made through the content, and then you can sell your products via DM. All right? So a lean profit-producing machine that we've been using on repeat for like 3 years. Okay? So look, as of Saturday, we only made this public to 2 of our buyers groups. That was it. And I don't know, I think 10 or more folks have already grabbed it because of how good it was. Now, we want to give you access to our best-selling product. So, full transparency, we're about to put an offer in front of you, give you the option. It's mandatory. It's not mandatory. It's not something that you have to do, but we want to put this in front of as many people as possible because of what we're giving away. All right? So, we want to give away our best-selling product for as cheap as we've ever done it. Monetizing a community of your own for a fraction of what it's ever been. Like, no shit. I had this crazy idea on the way home from the hospital when I got out because I was just a happy free bird that just got out of prison. They cut me up and gave me a souvenir that's on my side now. I can't get rid of for a while. But I had this idea, shared it with my wife, and then I hit Nate because she actually loved it, and she's not even a big business person, but she thought it was a fucking great idea. Hit Nate. He's like, "Hey, I've been thinking about it too." I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is great." And we decided to pull the trigger. So the very program that's taken, brand new beginners to 10K in profit in less than 100 days, struggling business owners kind of plateaued at, a couple grand a month over to 100K in 100 days. All right. This also gets you the weekly coaching calls, support from me and Nate and the community. You never got to wonder what the next step is. Go ask anyone who's in any of our paid stuff and ask them how the support is in Group Juice. And I'm very confident you won't find someone that says anything bad. All right. So if you've been craving a simple to follow yet proven way to add, 100 grand to your year, we want to make that applicable for you. We want to make it easy for you to follow what we've been teaching. And this is going to help you do just that. No complex shit. All right. No crazy funnels, systems, automations, softwares. You don't even have to get on Zoom calls or strategy sessions or book calls with people to sell them something to accomplish the shit that you want to accomplish. Okay. So this very thing would have saved me and Nate, tens of thousands of dollars if we had have, one, known about it, two, created it, because we had to create it before we got started. So we can sit here and tell you all the success stories and results of students, clients, ourselves, blah, blah, blah. But the biggest thing is me and Nate did not come from a background of business. We came from construction and factory work to get to where we are now. All right. So it's the only model that's really started to work with us with everything we were doing. So we've got something for those of you that want to take things to the next level that you can look at. It's a quick breakdown of everything that you get. And I'll go ahead and tell you, it's only $100 a month. Now, I do want to go into a little bit of detail, but if you want to see this offer and what you get, not only what you're getting as far as information and strategy, and swipe and deploy templates and things that you can use immediately, it's a few other things too. All right. So if you want to see this offer, you might already be in Cash Curriculums, you might already be in Group Juice, you might already be in both. This is something that we're kind of calling a perma bundle. All right. This is an ongoing thing. You cancel it whenever you want to. But one of the biggest things we wanted to do is we want to allow our affiliates and our ambassadors for our brand to make the most money possible. And nobody else is doing this. So with this offer, we're offering 80% commissions on top of giving you our best material, our best assets, our best trainings, like literally everything that we've got inside of our most popular program. All for $100 a month, 80% commissions, support from myself and Nate, weekly calls, and we're probably going to start doing a monthly masterclass inside of Cash Curriculums. So this gets you access to Group Juice and Cash Curriculums plus 80% commissions. So if you want to take a look at this offer, all you have to do is type offer in the chat, and Nate and I will get it over to you. If it makes sense, we'll get you sorted, get you a link where you can grab it. If you're already in Group Juice on a payment plan, we will cancel your current payment plan and get you on this one, which is the cheapest, and you get access to Cash Curriculums. If you're in Cash Curriculums, you can upgrade to this and get access to Group Juice, and we cancel any other monthly payments that you are paying. So essentially, we're going to save you money, give you more, and allow you to have the ability to make more money as an affiliate. That is my pitch. That is our offer. This is what you can get. All you have to do is type offer in the chat, and we'll get you straight. Questions? Hit us with them.
Pow, pow. And I'll come back through and I'll ping the doc for you guys to have the training in the doc. The training in the doc. The training document above the video after we wrap this up. I forgot to put it in there, but obviously no obligations. If you guys don't want it, go create a group today, put some content in there and start growing it. If you guys want the help, the tactics, the strategy, the weekly support, then this is probably the silliest thing we've ever done.
Yes,
But I'm super excited for it. It'll
me too.
definitely get our tactics and group juice and our methodology in the hands of more people because it's cheaper. It's cheaper than we've ever done it. And it's genuinely the only thing that's really worked for us. Right?
Right.
We stumbled into a strategy into 2021, and then we launched an offer around it, and we've been really refining and focusing on that exact same strategy even to this day. Right? We
Yeah.
still do everything in group juice daily, and have no plans of deviating. Right? We're
Yeah.
still community bullish. Right? Obviously,
Yeah.
as we talked
Not at
about
all.
today. So, wow.
And I want to make it clear, if you're already in group juice and you're on one of our payment plans, it might be 194, it might be 150, it might be 224. You can cancel that. All you have to do is hit us up. You can cancel that. Get on the $100 a month. Get access to cash curriculums and upgrade your commissions to 80%. Okay, so if you're making payments already on Group Juice, let us give you more insight inside of cash curriculums. All the trainings in there. Fucking community is dope as fuck and very active. Plus, upgrade your commissions to 80%, and the ability to, make 1,200 per sale, or 80 bucks on a monthly recurring. Like literally, you get 80% on all sales that you make. Okay, so literally, if you want to upgrade to this new tiered offer, just give me and Nate a shout. We will get your current plan canceled and get you signed up on this one. If you just had a payment come out, we can upgrade you, the next go round to the 100, so we can save you some money, get you more information, more support, more help, and the ability to, make more per sale. Now, if you already have your own offers, this is like almost cheating, if you will, because you can give away more to your audience via this offer, plus your own stuff. And if it's high ticket, like if you make a full pay with Group Juice, someone in your audience needs it, they really want to roll, you make 1,200 bucks per sale. So obviously, it's not like me and Nate are trying to, make a fuck ton of money, because we want to help our ambassadors and affiliates make a fuck ton of money. All right. So literally think about that, give it some thought. If you want to check the offer out, all you have to do is comment offer. See, a few of you have already hit us with it. So we'll get your other payments canceled if you want to pull the trigger on it. And we'll get you on this $100 a month, upgrade your commissions, and we can rock on. Any questions around anything we covered today between the training or the offer? We'll take a few minutes and answer some questions, and we'll go from there.
Yep. Obviously, one of the biggest drivers is more impact, more volume, more people. As Flip mentioned, right? We're going to be optimizing to sell this offer ourselves, but also for the people that promote our products. Like, you guys can get it in the hands of more people of your audience if you want, and get paid healthily for it, right? Like,
Yep.
realistically, So we wanted to do something kind of crazy and make it kind of make sense for everybody in our audience, right? We have people that have bought cash curriculums, bought Group Juice, so we wanted to have a few different elements to make it viable for anybody in our worlds, right? Whether you're already a pre-existing client, or you kind of want to start your business on the right way, or you've already been at it for a minute, but you haven't really found a process that has yet to work for you. This is kind of the whole shebang in one. And it's like dirt cheap, in my opinion. So
yeah, I mean, we're giving away more for $100 a month. Literally, you make 2 sales and the offer's free. Literally, if you got 2 people in your audience, the offer is free. Like, think about it. Eddie, Lindley, that's badass. That sounds like a bunch of fun. I want to start going to some, outdoors events. I want to start going to some marketing events. Never been to one. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Network, meet some cool folks, help them out. Tanya, yes, you can watch a replay. Once we're done, you'll be able to watch a replay. We really did go through the training pretty quickly, so you could watch it in 1.25 speed and probably finish it a little quicker. We will come back through the comments to all of you that commented offer, and we will let y'all read that, check it out. If it makes sense, you can grab it, and then we'll get all your other stuff canceled and commissions upgraded. Okay. Now, for those of you that this is the first time hearing of what we're doing, are we crazy for this? Do you think it's a good deal? Do you think there are folks in your audience that would absolutely jump on it? I know there are some folks that are just opportunity jumpers, and that's fine as long as they use what we teach. We don't want folks just to buy it just because of the affiliate offer, but more so for those that are already using our strategies, believe in what we do and what we stand for, and want to get that into the hands of more people. All right. That's our biggest thing. But
I mean, even if you don't want to promote our products,
yeah, for real.
The majority of our client success isn't even with selling our offers. So
there's proof in the pudding right there, what he just said.
I think that out of what 40 awards we've shipped out to people, 2 of them are for purely with our commission. So
yeah, 100%. What's up, Ian? Yeah, we're getting ready to crunch off, my dude. You missed all the fun, like all of it.
And apparently, I forgot to go live in the Group Juice group. So if you guys are in Group Juice and you guys are watching this and you want to watch the replay, you're gonna have to hit either one of our public groups because I totally forgot to check the box on the Group Juice community. So
damn.
Yeah. Rip.
All good. Any other questions? If not, we will let you guys go with your merry Mondays. I gotta eat something. All good, Ian.
I'm gonna be getting to sleep.
I was just giving you a hard time. Guess I'm somewhat confused. I've been in group just for a year. Do I have to upgrade to something, or am I good to go? Okay, so this isn't mandatory. You can stay exactly where you are, and you still have access to everything inside of Group Juice. You do not have to upgrade if you do not want to. The main thing behind this is anyone who decides to grab this offer, it's $100 a month. They also get access to cash curriculums, and their commissions get upgraded to 80%. Okay, so right now, if you've already paid for Group Juice, and you're in just Group Juice alone, you get 50% commissions, which is still badass. Okay, but you don't have access to cash curriculums, and you don't have 80% commissions. So it's just a couple more elements that you get access to with this deal. It is not mandatory. It is completely 100% optional. Okay.
Yeah, and if you already are promoting it, then like you can still promote it, and like you can, if you wanted to, like it's already in the affiliate back office. This new offer for the people that are promoting the Group G stuff, like it's already in there for you guys. You don't have to upgrade to sell it if you don't want to, right? Like, but if you already are in cash curriculums, it kind of just makes more sense, right? Like, or if you're already in a payment plan, and
yep,
as Flip mentioned, it's literally probably cheaper for some people to like come to this.
Yeah.
Right? Because then they get cash curriculums, the upgraded commissions, and then also, it's cheaper than
we've ever done a payment plan. We all like making money, but we like saving money too. So if you're on a current payment plan, or if you want to make more money as an affiliate, you should definitely consider this offer, because 80% commissions on all of our product suite. So anything you sell that is in your back office, 80%. If you don't, it's fine. You still get 50%. You can still promote this offer. It's just 50%. Okay.
Worst case scenario, you go find 2 people in your audience to sign up, then you upgrade, and then your commissions on all future sales get bumped to 80%.
Like, where else can you do that? Fucking nowhere. All right. So that's all. But hopefully, did y'all enjoy the training? Hopefully that got some gears and light bulbs popping for you guys, so y'all can go and make some tweaks and changes. If you got any value today, please let us know in the comments. Do #value. Kate, you're the bomb. Thank you, Kate.
to the post this week.
Yeah. So many. Like literally. Like I know Kate's brain is probably about to explode right now because she's got her own products and shit too. So she's probably like just over there just fucking drowning in ideas. I can already guarantee it.
Yeah, she ran a kick-ass training this morning too in her group.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you, Kate. That means a lot. It really does. All right, there just made my eyeball tear up a little bit. You know, I know I'm an emotionally wrecked on, fucking medication and shit.
He's gonna be crying.
Fucking crying. Love. Yeah, if y'all don't have any more questions, we'll let y'all go. We'll come back through and hit you all up that commented offer or offer to upgrade. I didn't pay attention to when we made the offer, so we'll have to look for that if folks want to skip to what we were talking about. But all the deets are in an offer doc, you know how we roll. So just hit us if you want to check it out. You can DM us. I might even be quicker if you hit me or Nate with the word offer in the DMs, and we'll just fire it right over to you. But we will come back and hit the handful of you in the comment section. So as always, we fucking love you guys. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. 2024 is about to be a big year for a lot of folks. All right. So we appreciate y'all. We'll get this out to you, and we'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Bye.
Love, peace.
That's how you know my daughter watches all my lives because she started saying bye like that. Bye.
All right. Y'all have a kick-ass Monday. Later.